Greetings, everyone. Marvin Ford with Great American Survival. Squirrels. Can you hear them? Hear them barking? I don't see them, but I hear them. I'm going to watch. We might have to cut to a commercial and come back. I hate squirrels. I hate them. This week we got tagged with the 7-question challenge. But actually, I guess this is a double tag. I got tagged by the Handi Camper to do the video. Thought that was pretty cool. Been trying to get around to doing this video. And then today I received another tag saying I was tagged again by Live for a While. Today it's been really windy. I tried to go outside and do some, but the leaves are so gorgeous. They look so amazing outside. I'll do a quick video at the end and I'll clip it right in here so you guys can see it. It's just awesome. And we'll do the 7 questions. The first one was, why do you do YouTube? I first got started doing YouTube with my son when he was skating. He used to do skateboarding. He used to do, he used to go to the parks and do the bowls and the skate parks, and he was really good. And we did a lot of videos that way. That was the first taste of it that we got started doing it. And I actually worked for a company called Fresh Choice for years, and I did instructional cooking videos for training purposes, and those were cool, and I did those with them, but those were a lot more professionally done. All I did what they told me, showed me what they wanted done, and they had real camera people, and it was a little more high end, but it was fun. And then we started doing box reviews. I started getting the boxes, and I saw that people were doing their unboxings, and I thought that was pretty cool, and I really liked it, and started doing that. And then I just kept doing it, got more and more feedback, and started growing into teaching people more about what things that are sharing things that I actually really care about, and it's just been fun. Question 2. Where did my name come from? The Great American Survival was, I originally had a dream with the full name in it, but me and one of my dear friends traveled Europe right after we graduated. We went over to Europe and traveled around, and we were in Lisbon, and we actually helped a gentleman, ended up working for him for about 6 weeks, but when we first met him, we helped him out, but he kept introducing us to people as the Great Americans, because we had helped him. He had crashed a truck and had his truck and trailer off in a ditch, and we helped him get back off on the road, and then he offered us a job, and we hung out there for a while, and it was really nice. But he called us the Great Americans whenever he'd introduce us to people, just because we were both Americans and they weren't, and then when I was doing it, I kept having this video, and I still haven't done the intro. I kept having this dream, and the intro is this weird intro, and I still haven't ever done it. I need to get with somebody that can do like a pulse. I need a pulse on my video going across it. I think that would be really cool, and that's what's in the video. And in the little clip I keep seeing is this, and it goes across. I've had a heart problem for a long time, since I was in my 20s, and I was in a bad motorcycle wreck in the early 90s, and I almost died, and it was bad. Spent some time in traction for about 6 weeks, then I spent another 6 months in therapy to learn to walk and everything that also goes along with it. It was pretty rough. I broke my back, broke my legs, my hip, cracked my skull. Explains a lot for a lot of people. It does. And that was early on. So I did that, and since I've had my heart problem in early 2000, I developed a massive atrial fibrillation, and they call it AFib. And my heart gets out of rhythm. It's because I have scar tissue from where a guide wire had gone through my chest when I wrecked my motorcycle in the 90s. And it was it was just one of those weird things. But I think since my heart has been part of who I am, not just the fact that it keeps me alive, but I've helped other people that have gone through the same thing, and it's been a blessing, and it's changed the way I live my life, and it helped me straighten up. I was drinking all these energy drinks, and I can honestly say that I know a lot of people, I wasn't a good person when I was younger. In the 90s, I was a pretty bad person. Until I opened my heart and took Christ into my heart and asked him to be my Lord and Savior and just changed my life. I was the sinner on the cross next to Christ in my world when I dreamed. I dreamed that I was the thief on the cross next to him, telling him, you don't need to save me. I don't deserve it, because I never thought I deserved it. I never believed in a million years that Christ would want me. I never thought he would want a piece of a person like me. He would never want the heart of a person like me involved in his world. And but that's who I am. I wasn't perfect. I'm not perfect. And I've used that as part of my counsel when I meet people, especially when it's people that struggle, people that go through tough times, people that didn't, especially with kids, high school and college kids. It's not easy to live in the world we live in. Now it's even harder, but the temptations are there, and it's hard. It's hard, guys. So without Christ, you won't make it. You won't get through this without him. I'm not saying you're going to live forever if you do have him. You won't, because you're still going to die. But it's a different world. I got where I didn't just care about myself. I cared about others before I even had my boys. But it's been rough, and now it's not. Now it's a lot better. Well, I love my life. I love my family. I've been married to the same lady for 18 years. My wife is amazing. I love her. She's the one I refer to as Little Red, and she's awesome. I mean, she keeps me right. She helps me be the person I need to be, and she keeps me on the straight and narrow. She helps me stay straight and behave, and temptations are there, guys. It's not easy. Next, how long have you been on YouTube? I've only been on since, I think the first one I did was in March. So I'd say just over 6 months, really. Now it's November, so probably 10 months now, or not 10 months, 6, 8 months maybe. But I wasn't very regular. I was just doing videos randomly. I wasn't doing anything like what I do now, and it's just a lot better. I enjoy it. What kind of camera do you use? I've only used my iPhone. This is an iPhone 6. Or actually, no, this is a 7. This is my iPhone 7. And I used a 6. I used a 5, then I used a 6. I think I've used the 6 the whole time. The 6 and then now the 7. I think I'd already gotten rid of the 5 by then. But I use that, and I use iMovie to edit my videos. I'm trying to get into a better program. I have a great webcam that I could use to do videos, but I haven't used it yet. Do you make your own thumbnails? Sometimes. Sometimes I take a picture that I've already taken and I edit it in one of the art programs where I add text, but I don't really do a whole lot. Number 6 is, who made your intro and outro? I don't have an outro yet, but my intro is off of iMovie. And it's nothing special. I've looked at a bunch of different ones, but I have one. I've changed different ones and used ones from video I've taken and tried to make one like that, and it just didn't work out. I didn't really like it as much. I use this one until I can do the one I talked about earlier, until I get the one I want, until I can find somebody that can help me make it. I'll just have to stick with what I have. But will you ever quit YouTube? Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure I will eventually, because the world changes. Right now, it's a lot easier to do stuff like this, and worst case scenario, if we, end of the world kind of mentality, it would be feeble. You know, we wouldn't have any way to broadcast. We wouldn't have any way to get it out there. But I don't think it's going to come to that in my lifetime. I don't see my life ever being where I'm living off the grid unless it's by choice. So it's been really cool. I really enjoy doing it, and it's I've been blessed. All right, everybody. Before I forget, I'm supposed to tag 3 people. 3 people that are going to do the 7-question challenge and share with you the same thing I just did. We've got Manlam 121. If you don't know about Manlam, go check him out. I'll put the link below. He's really cool. He does some really cool videos. He puts a lot of theatrics into his videos. He really puts a lot of effort into it. I'll give him that. He has fun when he does his videos. Check him out. I'd love to know some more information about him. And let's think. The other one is Budgetbugout. He's stationed overseas. He's a military guy, and does some really cool videos. Does some, travels around, shows us a lot of stuff, and it's pretty cool. I really like watching his videos. And another one is one I tagged before in other ones and shoutouts, and that's SurvivoTek. His name's Jude. Does a great job. Real nice guy. And I'm going to tag him. So I'm going to send them all the links and tell them all about it. Hope you guys all have a great week. Get out there. Enjoy yourself. Be prepared. Stay safe. God bless. See you guys soon.